Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I am up with the second part of GLOBELAND. Now GLOBELAND like you to do things in threes, so this is my second part, and then on Friday we'll be doing the last and final part. So I was sent stamps, if you saw the haul yesterday, and I was also sent that fabulous planner set. So I have run away and I have cut, I think, 7 or 8 pages. So here's the pages that I've cut, and they're all kind of different, and it's double-sided paper. I've had this ever such a long time. This is 49 and Market, I think, and I will tell you honestly, I bought it for the packaging. Isn't that terrible? I bought it for the packaging. Now I do know, before I confuse myself, I cut 2 particular colours that I thought would look good as the outside, because you don't always have to put planner pages into a planner folder. No, you don't. So it's all kind of wonderful. I don't know if I can get in close. There you go. It's like sagey greens and coffees and just really delicate blues, and just beautifully patterned. And that's what I've got. So there's 3. I'm going to use that for my outside and that one for the outside. That's 5. So I've cut 7 pages, and I've got a nice grid one. I like that. So I'm just going to stack them up like this first of all, and I don't know if I want that one to the front or the back. I think I'm going to go on the back with that one. And then this one is definitely going to be the front cover, because if you like me, I like stuff for doing garden notes and garden journaling, and my hands are usually covered in soil, so things never stay pristine. So I usually go for darker colours of paper to go on the outside of anything. Now, as I was saying, you don't have to put them into binders, you don't have to use book rings, and today when I've finished, I'm going to be holding it together with a paper tie. This is one from Tim Holtz. I don't even know if he makes these anymore. Just have a look online, because they're brilliant. They're the perfect size for doing planner pages if you don't want them stuck in a big folder. So we're going to be using that at the end. And as I was saying about the packaging, I've used some of the dies from the set, and I cut out packaging. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, how could you possibly waste it? Well, not me. And I've cut 4 little stamps. Let's have a look at those. I've got a butterfly one. I'm trying to think which is the right way around. That's the right way around. So I cut myself that really cute little butterfly stamp. I've gone with a little bit of a mushroom. And I don't know what those little speckles are floating around. I think it's a bit of music or something. And then I've got another little mushroom with a tiny bit of fern, and I managed to squeeze a lot of the packaging into that one and get a lot of fern. So it's very naturalistic. And I used that little scallop edge piece, and I managed to capture a little set of 3 mushrooms. So what I intend to do is, because this is going to be my cover, I'm going to sort of like arrange a sort of like grid on the top. That's going to be the idea for my design. And from that stamp set that I was sent, I'm using the word, I've forgotten, beautiful. Yeah, I'm using the word beautiful, and you'll see that when I stamp it out. And we're going to do that first. But first of all, we have to colour our cardstock, because I'm using tea dye oxide. And if you put your ink down first and then your oxide on top, your ink is going to vanish. Wow, it's going to go very cloudy. So I'm just using a little bit, because I'm going to trim it out with my scissors. You don't actually get dyes with these stamps, but you know, that's okay, because they're only small little labels. So I just want a real soft blend just on that piece of cardstock. I'm going to hold it up so that you can have a look. It's just really hazy. And then I'll go darker around the edge once I've cut it out with my scissors. Right, now it doesn't matter which way around you stamp it, as I said, because you're going to be cutting with your scissors. So there it is, and I'm just going to ink it up all over. Just make sure I've got a good covering, because this is a vintage style distress stamp, and I just want to get my piece of fluff off of there and pop that down. Of course, if I make a mistake, I'm just going to have to stamp it again, but I'm using a bit of CPR. Ooh, there we go. We have the word beautiful. And now I'm just going to grab my scissors and we're going to cut that out. So I'm just going straight up to the inked edge and then get rid of all of my excess. Now you could go around the edge with black if you want to, but I'm just going to stick with my tea dye because it's going to go down quite dark once I put it on the edge. Could use walnut stain as well if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. So you can see these are just really simple to use. There you go. So now we've got a really sweet little distress label, and I'm just going to finish that off now with a little bit more tea dye, and this time I'm going to give it what is known in the UK as a little bit of welly, which means some pressure. Yeah, give it some welly, they say. Right, so there we go, right onto the edge, just to make all that blend in. And because I'm using those lovely pale shades in that cardstock, it should be complementary. Right, so now I have my little finished label. Ooh, we've got all kinds of weird lighting today. Right, I'm very happy with that. And that will be used on there. Right, I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way because we're only doing one page and we're going to do more tomorrow. So I'm trying my best to follow instructions and behave myself, because I'm somebody, I'll get my hands on something and I'm like, whoo, and I've got to do all of that now because you're just chomping at the bit to get it done. Right, now, do I want a little bit of tea dye on these is the thing, and I think I do. Now what I will say is there is a slight gloss on this packaging, and a bit cereal packety, if you know what I mean. So that's been edged. And I think that looks quite nice actually. Yeah, it looks more finished. So I'm going to edge everything and I'll come straight back. Right, so I've gone all around my edges with tea dye, and as I said, for this page I want to be a little bit sort of mosaic-y. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm thinking where I want stuff. I'm going to keep these two bits for there, and I think I'm going to go up here with a couple of stamps and wonder how that looks. Or maybe I'll have a darker bit there. Yeah, because my finger's likely to go there a lot. And then this is facing this way around, so I'm thinking that can go here. Now, if you remember in the haul yesterday, there is a little strip that cuts 3 holes so that you could actually cut 3 holes there and attach that onto your page. And then I want this here, which means that's got to move up, and I've got a bit of fluff there that I want to get rid of. I'm pretty sure these are all going to fit. And then I'm going to go that one there, that one there, kind of like with the same amount of spacing that they've got there. And I'm trying to think where beautiful is going. Do I want it at an angle, or do I want to behave myself? I think I'm going to go there with that. Right, take a good look at that. I'm going off to glue it, and that's all I'm doing is using my little bottle of glue, and I'll be straight back. Right, so that is done. And as you can see, I've managed to kind of like collage the front using a few of those elements, and you get so many. And talking about so many, the next thing that I'm going to do is pop on the reinforcers, which sit over the holes like this. You can do front and back of your page, it's entirely up to you. And the ones that I'm choosing to use, because you get a circle, I'm trying to think what the other shape is. You get a circle, a flower. Oh, and you get this one. I've got it on my desk here. You get that also. And that's that 3-hole set that I was saying actually fits onto here. So you can have different flaps on your pages. But if I can get underneath there you go. That's the flower shaped one that I'm using. It's just beautiful. So there's 6 of them and 6 holes. So I've got these. I'll glue one on just to show you how I do it. And then I'll run off and do the others so that you don't have to sit there being bored. Right, so just a little bit of glue, and I put it either side of the hole like that. And then I've got a wax pickup tool, my nice shiny new one. And I think I'm going to go with one that's got sort of like a darker pattern there. And you just sight it straight over the hole and let it dry. Right, I'll do the other 5 and I'll be back. Okay, so those are the 6 reinforcers that are done. And of course you would do the backs as well. I've only done the fronts for now. And the next thing, if you see, I've got this lovely space here, and that's for my hopefully paper clip, which is this one, which I was swooning over yesterday. And I've cut 2 because I like to glue back to back. So we'll just do that, and then I'll let that dry. So a little bit of glue on the center tab and a couple of dots. That's all you need. Make sure I better get a dot there. I need to just pop the pin back in my bottle. I've been hearing good reports on reptile glue. Just comment below if you use it. I'm interested. So now on the reverse, I want to line that up. I'm just going to give it a squeeze, make sure those bits pop through equally, because it is supposed to be a paper clip. So I'm giving it a squeeze. I'm a little bit misaligned on it, but you know, I'm okay, I can live with that. I can always run away and do it properly. And I'm using just a little bit of ink on those edges. And then let's pop it on here and see what we've got for our first page. So you can pop your paper clip on like that, or you can do it like that. It's entirely up to you, but I prefer it this way around. I'm just going to poke that through because my glue is still wet. And then I can give you a close-up. But onto this section here, you can use that frame and you can glue whatever you want on. Like, I cut this tag out, and if you wanted to pop a tag on there, you can just stick it straight on there, and then it would be something that would just slide on and off. I mean, obviously I'm not going to glue a tag on there. I'm going to look for something a little bit more decorative. So that is the first page. And now I'm going to show you how you use that tie if you don't want to use book rings. So just bring in all of those pages back in, and I'm going to pop that one on top. Make sure you've got them all lined up. And then all you have to do, go in from the bottom, go down, just use your metal bit to thread it. I really hope that you can still buy these, because if you can, let me know, because I'm certainly going to get some more, because I think I've only got like 6 or 7 of them left. And then you go up, whoops, and then you go down. And then once you've gone down, that other piece there holds that. So that is what it will look like on the back. That is what it will look like on the front. You can absolutely do it the other way around if you want to, and have your metal piece at the top, and then that's what you'll look like from the front. It's entirely up to you. But it still has enough giving it to open the pages when you're using one of those paper ties. I'm pretty sure that they're called paper ties. But I'm going to go on the hunt for them now that I've just done that. But isn't that pretty? And that is only using a few of the things that comes in that planner set. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And that lovely little label there. You could have done that any colour you wanted to. It would look lovely in brushed sage as well. Kind of tied in with that butterfly. And that sweet, sweet little paper clip that you can mount anything on top of. And we'll do that tomorrow as well. So I've been good. I've been good. My second video, my third one tomorrow. I thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you have an absolutely awesome day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.